Good morning, my dear students. In our previous video, we discussed about electric field on an axial line of dipole and equatorial line of dipole and one general case also. And today we shall discuss, electric dipole kept in uniform electric field. Okay, what happens exactly if a dipole is placed in uniform electric field? Okay, for this we shall consider a uniform electric field. The meaning of uniform electric field is the electric field at all the point it is going to remain same. The intensity of electric field will remain same. This is electric field, uniform electric field. Okay, and in this uniform electric field we shall place one dipole, electric dipole, and the direction of dipole is from negative to positive. It is negative charge, it is positive charge, and the separation between the charges is 2L. And as you can observe, this is electric field, this is the direction of electric field, and this is the direction of dipole moment, and this electric dipole is placed at an angle of theta. Okay, if this is the uniform electric field, it means that here all the positive charges are located, here all the negative charges are located, because electric field lines always travel from positive and terminate at negative. Okay, and since this dipole is placed in uniform electric field, this charge experience force due to electric field, and that force will be F is equal to Q into E. Okay, similarly this negative charge also experience force due to electric field in this direction. Since this is negative charge, the force is going to be F is equal to minus Q into E. F is equal to plus QE, F is equal to minus QE. Both the forces are in opposite directions. Okay, and we can calculate the net force acting on this dipole. Force on plus Q charge. Force on plus Q charge is F is equal to, let us call it as F1. F1 is equal to Q into E, and force on negative Q charge, that is F2 is equal to minus Q into E. Okay, magnitude are same, magnitude of the both the forces are same, and direction is opposite. And now the total force or net force, acting on dipole, that is F net is equal to F1 plus F2. Okay, as you can observe, F1 that is Q into E, and F2 is minus Q into E. Therefore net force is 0. The meaning of net force is 0 is this dipole is not making any linear motion. It means this dipole is, if consider this as a dipole, this dipole is not moving this way, okay, or not moving in this way, because on this dipole the amount of force in this direction and the amount of force in this direction, both the forces are equal. Therefore this does not making any linear motion. Understood? But since the forces are 2 and those forces are in opposite direction, this dipole can experience torque. As we know, if there are two kinds of force, equal and opposite forces acting on a same body in different direction, opposite direction, then that body experiences torque. As we have already seen, you can observe here, if this is a cycle handle, okay, you apply force on this side, this hand, okay, in this direction you apply force because you want to take a turn in this direction. If you want to take in this direction, you apply force on this direction. If you apply force at this point in this direction, then certainly another force automatically comes into existence in this direction. Okay, if you apply force in this direction, the automatically one force comes into existence in this direction, and these two forces are equal and opposite. They are equal and opposite at the same object at two different points. Okay, and this type of forces, they always constitute what? Couple of force constitute what? Torque. And torque always creates what? rotational motion, then this cycle handle will take a turn in this direction. In this case also the same condition is happening. This object minus q and plus q experiencing force at 2 points of same dipole, therefore this will experience torque. Okay, and let us check how much torque it will experience. Torque experienced by dipole, and torque formula is tau is equal to force, magnitude of any one force, because the two equal and opposite forces are there, magnitude of one force into perpendicular distance between forces. Okay, and force is, it is q into E, and perpendicular distance. Okay, see, this is one force, that is F1, this is another force, that is F2, and these two forces have a perpendicular distance, this one. Okay, so let us call it as A, B, C. BC is perpendicular distance for these two forces. Okay, it is BC. From triangle ABC, you can observe here I will write, this is theta, this is A, B, C. From triangle ABC I can write, because I know this distance, it is 2L. Therefore sin theta is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse, BC divided by AC. Therefore BC is equal to, AC value is 2L and sin theta. Therefore it is BC is equal to 2L sin theta. I can write here, it is QE into BC is 2L sin theta, and it is Q into 2L into E into sin theta, and Q into 2L, the product of magnitude of charge and the distance between charge is known as what? Dipole moment. Therefore it is P into E sin theta. This is torque. And as you can observe, P stands for what? It is electric dipole moment, and E stands for what? Electric field. Okay, since dipole moment is a vector quantity and also electric field is also a vector quantity, okay, and the product of these two contains sin theta here, therefore this is in the form of cross product of two vectors, magnitude of cross product of two vectors. Therefore tau is also what? It is a vector quantity. Therefore I can write it as torque is equal to P cross E. P is vector quantity, E is vector quantity, tau is also vector quantity. Cross product of two vectors results what? Another vector. Okay, and if it is a vector quantity, then it should have direction, and the direction of this torque is perpendicular to the plane containing P and E. Okay, and this direction is find out with the help of right hand screw rule. As you can observe here, this is the direction of electric field and this is the direction of dipole moment. Okay, and the dipole moment is traveling in the direction of electric field, and for these two planes torque is perpendicular. Okay, as you can observe, this is what? Dipole. Okay, and this dipole is traveling in the direction of electric field. Okay, therefore I have to turn my fingers in this way, and this thumb indicates what? The direction of torque. Okay, and in this case the direction of torque is into the plane of the board. Understood? Into the plane of the paper. For me it is board and for you it is paper. Paper perpendicular to the plane containing what and what? P and E. P and E. Okay, P and E should be in one plane, and for this plane the direction of torque will be perpendicular. In this case the torque is into the board. Okay, and now we shall understand some of the special cases, because this torque is not only depending on magnitude of P or the magnitude of electric field, it is also depending on theta. And now let us understand what happens if this theta value changes. Okay. Special cases. Special cases. First case, if theta is equal to 0 degree. Theta is equal to 0 degree means this is electric field, okay, and this is dipole moment, okay. This is the direction of dipole moment. It means at this point negative charge, at this point positive charge. This is the case where theta is equal to 0 degree. Then torque experienced by the dipole is how much? PE sin theta. Theta value is how much? 0. Therefore sin 0 is 0. 0 into anything is 0. Therefore torque is 0. Okay. It means in this situation this dipole will not experience any motion. Okay. And this case is called as what? Stable case. Stable case. And second one, if theta is equal to 90 degree, once again this is the direction of electric field and this is dipole, okay. This is the direction of dipole and angle is how much? 90 degree, okay. In this case the torque is tau is equal to PE sin theta is there, and sin theta is sin 90 and sin 90 is 1. Therefore it is tau is equal to P into E, okay. Since the magnitude is positive, therefore the torque is maximum torque, okay. Okay, now third condition, that is if theta is equal to 180 degree, okay. This is actually anti-parallel condition. This is electric field and this is dipole moment, okay. They are exactly in opposite direction, okay. This is 180 condition, and torque is equal to once again PE sin theta. Theta is 180 degree and sin 180 is 0. 0 into anything is 0. Therefore torque is 0. Therefore this is also stable condition, okay. But there is a small difference between stable case and this stable case, and that small difference is, see in this case, okay, if this is a dipole, okay, if I applied force on this dipole and kept in this way, the moment I release my force, the dipole will comes back to its original position. If I apply force on this dipole in this way and the moment I release my force, the body will come back to its original shape. But in this case it is not similar case, okay. There is a small difference, and see here, this is the dipole actually, okay. And if this is dipole, then certainly this is positive of the dipole and this is negative of the dipole, and this is positive of the charge electric field and this is negative of the electric field, okay. If I make a rotation this way, okay, this way, okay, this is positive and this is negative. This is the direction of dipole moment, okay. And the moment I release this dipole, okay, this positive charge will go away and this negative charge go away in this direction, okay. They do not come back to their original position. Therefore this case is called as what? Unstable condition. Many times this question appears in your competitive examination, okay. What happens? What is the difference between 0 degree and 180 degree? 0 degree is a stable condition and 180 degree is unstable condition, and 90 degree is maximum torque, okay. So this is all about an electric dipole kept in uniform. We shall discuss on a topic, electric flux, okay. In upcoming classes we are going to discuss a very important Gauss theorem. In order to understand Gauss theorem very easily, we should know what is electric flux. Electric flux involves two important quantities. One is electric field intensity, another one is area. As we know, electric field is a vector quantity, but we are in a confusion whether area is a scalar or vector. Okay, because so far we have considered only magnitude of area, and now we shall check whether the direction of area matters or not. Okay, the question is whether area is a scalar or vector. To understand this, we shall consider a very small example. Okay, consider a surface or an area. It's a square actually. Okay, it has a side 5. Okay, and by simple mathematics we can calculate area with the help of formula. Area is equal to length into height. Length is how much? 5, and height is how much? 5. So 5 is a 25 square meter. See here, we have made use of product. This is product. Okay, for a certain instant, consider this area or this surface is a vector quantity. If I consider this area as a vector quantity, then this product can be of two types. One is a scalar product, another one is vector product. See here, it can be scalar product or it can be vector product. Vector product. It means scalar product of two vectors, okay, always results a scalar, and vector product of two vectors always results a vector. The scalar product is called as what? Dot product. For example, dot product of vector A and B is equal to AB cos theta. For example, work is a scalar quantity, but it contains force and displacement. Both are vector quantities. Work is equal to force into displacement. Dot product of force and displacement gives work, a scalar quantity. Similarly, vector product is called as what? Cross product. And cross product of two vectors, vector A cross vector B is equal to magnitude of vectors multiplied by sin theta. It means the cross product of two vectors results what? A vector again. For example, torque. Torque is equal to what? Force into perpendicular distance between the forces. Force and perpendicular displacement, that is both are vectors, but the result is torque, and that result torque is also a vector quantity. Understood? And now we shall calculate the area of this square with the help of both scalar product as well as vector product. If we get scalar product, then the result is going to be a scalar. I mean, the area is going to be a scalar. If the result is calculated with the help of vector product, then the result is non-zero or the result is proper, then the vector product is said to be, I mean, the area is said to be vector quantity. Understood? Okay. First we shall calculate with the help of scalar product. Scalar product. Okay. This is in xy plane. Okay, this is a plane actually. It is in xy plane, and the position coordinates are 0, 0. Here it is 0, 5. Sorry, 5, 0, and it is 0, 5. And according to scalar product, area is equal to 5i dot 5j. Okay, and it is 5 is a 25. It is I dot j. I dot j is equal to what? 0. Therefore it is 0 into anything is 0. Area is how much? 0. Actually, here it has certain area, and that area is how much? 25. Just now we have calculated with simple mathematics, 25 square meter. But with the help of scalar product, the area we got is 0. Okay, it means it is certainly not a scalar product, or area is not a scalar quantity. Next we shall calculate with the help of vector product. Once again, area is equal to 5i cross 5j. 5 is a 25, I cross j, or it is 25, I cross j is equal to k. Okay, it means area is 25k, where 25 is what? Magnitude of area, and k is what? Direction. it means this area is a vector quantity. It has direction in what is the direction? K. It means it is outward. Okay, it may be outward or it may be inward, but in this case it is outward. Understood? Therefore area is always treated as a vector quantity. Or also you can check here, if I consider this line and this line as vectors, okay, area is equal to A cross B sin theta, and A is equal to, if I consider as a scalar quantity, then A dot B cos theta. Okay, and here actually the angle is how much? 90 degree. If I put 90 degree here, cos 90 is 0. 0 into anything is 0. Therefore this is dot product. In dot product always area is found to be 0. Okay, and if I consider this area as a vector product, then A cross B sin theta, theta is 90 degree, therefore sin 90 is 1, therefore A cross B, or 5 it is 25. With the help of vector product only I am getting 25 magnitude. Otherwise if I consider scalar product I am not getting any answer. It means this area is a scalar quantity. Sorry, it is a vector quantity. Square, parallelogram, triangle, these are open surfaces. For open surfaces always area is perpendicular to the surface. Okay, it may be inward or it may be outward, but it is always perpendicular to the surface. For a closed surface, okay, closed surface means like this. Consider, okay, a shell. Okay, for this actually the direction will be like this, outward normal. For a open surface, area has direction perpendicular to surface, and for closed surface, area is outward normal. It is normal and it is outward. Okay, for closed surface, if I consider this area, then this is the direction. If I consider this area, this is the direction of area vector. Okay, and this is the direction of area vector. It is indicated by n vector, unit vector. Okay, so this is all about area vector.